गुरुरेव गति गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरुः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरो मम पाहि गुरो सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेदमभेदकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकादर आजुहाव पुत्रेदि तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. We are seeing Srimad Bhagavada Purana and we are seeing Canto 4 and I have completed up to chapter 12 in my last video. And we saw that King Dhruva, he meditated on Bhagavan and he ascended to Vishnu Loka and he became the pole star and all the other planets, stars and the galaxies are revolving around him. And before he left for the forest, he made his son as the ruler of that kingdom and he made his son Utkala as the king of the kingdom. Before he left for the forest, King Dhruva did this. And the new king Utkala, that is the son of Dhruva, Utkala, he was an unattached person, just like a rishi. Loke vidatam atmanam. He sees his atma, that is his self, pervading everywhere. Loham atmani dadarsha, and the entire world in him. So he saw no difference between himself and his subjects or even his enemies. Everyone is equal to him. He very well understood that all this is Maya and nothing is permanent in this world. All that he very well understood. Atmanam Brahma Nirvanam Pratyastamita Vigraham Avabhodara Saihatmyam Anandamanusantatam Avyavachinna Yogagni Dahda Karma Palashaya Swarupam Avarundhano Natmanonyam Tadekshadam. He assumed himself as Atmanam, he assumed himself as Nirvanam, that is that pure Sarupa without any body. He is not aware of the body or mind. He assumed himself as that Brahman, Pratyastha Mida Vigraham, very peaceful, powerful being. Avabhodha Rasaihatmyam. He is not conscious of any other thing. Only Atma Swarupa, that is Jnana Swarupa. Anusandadam Anandam, very stable, Ananda Swarupa. Brahma Avarundhana, he meditated himself as Brahman. He cannot see himself other than Brahman. Tata Atmana Anyanna Ikshada, he never saw anything or anyone other than himself. Everyone is himself, that is Brahman. He saw himself, that is the first itself. The Rishi said, Lohe Vidadam Atmanam. His Atma is pervading everywhere. Loham Atmani Dadarsha. He saw the entire world in him. So he saw no difference between himself and others. That is a very good quality for that supreme being, that to be with that Bhagavan, always attached with that Brahman, not seeing any difference in others. That is a great nature of a rishi, but not of a ruler. The ruler has to see difference, only then he can protect his subjects, at least to some extent. So he always immersed himself in the self, or he never talked to others, or he never raised his opinion or raised his voice against others, because he saw no one different from him. And people thought him as a deaf, dumb, and a senseless person. So he is not fit to rule the nation, they thought. They didn't understand his values. So they thought that he's not fit to rule the nation. So he made the other son, another son of King Dhruva, Vatsara, as the king. And he ruled very well. He too ruled very well because they were the direct children of the King Dhruva. But in his line, after many generations, that is, after the many generations of Vatsara, came a very good devoted king by name Anga. That Anga King Anga was very devoted, a great bhakta, but he is issueless. He didn't have any children. He was a childless. He performed many yajnas and gave gifts lavishly to the brahmanas. At one time, he performed Ashwamedha Yajna, and he gave oblation in the fire, that is in the Ahuti, in the Agni, but no Devasa came to receive it. And he was much worried, and the people who assembled there, the elders and the rishis and the acharyas, they said, King, you are issueless, without any child. And so the devas cannot accept it. So you better worship Bhagavan Sri Hari and get a child and then perform all these yagnas, then it will be very fruitful. So King Yagna Anga and his wife performed the tapas and worshipped Bhagavan Vishnu, and in due time, after some time, in due time, his wife delivered a son. And right from the beginning, that son, even though he was born after performing so much of yajnas and worshipping Bhagavan, he was of ferocious nature. It's common to see, isn't it? Even now, the parents will be very sadhu, but their children will be of ferocious nature. They just don't match in the house itself. So, like that, he was a very ferocious child. And more than that, he was brought up by his maternal grandfather, who was also ferocious like him. So, right from the beginning, his nature was so cruel. He used to disturb everyone, even the innocent people, and he doesn't respect anyone, he doesn't value knowledge, and he used to kill everyone mercilessly. Even if we go for hunting, he will kill the animals mercilessly. It shows only his cruel nature. And people began to call him, and people called him as Vena, the meaning tyrant. And the time passed like that, and he grew up in a very cruel nature only. So King Anga was very much worried about seeing his only son being so cruel to his subjects and to everyone itself. And in that worry, one day he left the palace without even telling the palace officials or his wife. So in the morning, the king is missing. He disappeared. So the palace officials, they went here and there to search for the king. They could not find out. At last, they found a group of rishis, and which was headed by Rishi Bhrigu. These palace officials, they went to him, they went to those rishis and reported that the king is missing. So the group of rishis, they came to the palace and they saw the mother of Vena, and after much dialogue, they appointed Vena as the king. Now the situation became more worse because now he has power, money, everything, and he misused the power and money. Even when he was young, whoever plays with him, his playmates, he will kill. Now he has power. Do you want to think about the situation? So he killed everyone mercilessly. At one stage, he killed even the rishis and the brahmanas. And so all of the subjects and the rishis, everyone are worried about it because they were not able to get a good king. King Anga, that is the father of Vena, was such a good king, but his son is such a cruel person. So one day the rishis said, we will go and advise him, tell him about what are all good and bad. Maybe he is ignorant about it. And so they came and advised the king, that is Vena. मुनयौचुः धर्म आचरित पुंसां वाह्मनकाय बुद्धिभिः लोहान् विशोहान् विदरत्यथानन्त्यमसङ्गिनाम्. They said that a person performs all the dharmic actions, and if he has desires and perform the dharmic actions, he will go to heaven. But if he do not have desires and performs the dharmic actions, then he will get liberation. So anyway, performing dharmic action is good for the king as well as for the subjects. A good king will enjoy or will attain joy in this world as well as the next. So perform good actions, that is dharmic actions. God is pleased only by dharmic actions, and he showers prosperity, good health, everything to the king as well as for the subjects. So, Rajan, please perform good actions, that is dharmic actions. Like this, the rishis very humbly and with respect advised King Vena. But King Vena, because of his cruel nature, he just yelled at the rishis, "You mendicants! Instead of worshipping me, you are worshipping the devas by performing yajna. A king is an embodiment of all the divine powers. That's why he is worshipped by and respected by all. It is not only for the power, he is the embodiment of all the divine powers. And so instead of worshipping me, you are worshipping the devas and you are not giving taxes. And so pay the taxes as gifts." And he said, "Tasmat mam yajatvam, worship me. Mahyam bhalim cha harata, give me the taxes." Like this he said. The rishis were shocked, and they felt that if we leave him like this, then he will destroy this nation, which was once ruled by a very good king, and he's a tyrant for the entire creation itself. So there is no other way. We have to kill him. Like that, the Munis decided, and they said the mantra Hum Venam Hum Krudair Nijaknuho. That is, he said the mantra, the Rishi said the mantra Hum, and he was burnt. He was dead. And the rishis, they went back to their ashrama. And his mother, Vena's mother, she preserved the body. She didn't know what to do, so she preserved the body by telling mantras along with the embalming agents. And she preserved the body. And so time went on like this. But in the nation, that is in the kingdom, there was so much of chaos and looting, everything, crime, because there is no one to rule the nation, no one to impose the law. So everyone looted the Dina, that is the weak people. They killed them. So many unlawful incidents happened in that nation, in that kingdom, and the rishis became aware of it. So when they saw, they were able to see the thieves and the people who kill others, do crime. They were just running, just like that. So they found that they knew that everything is out of order. So we must do something good, at least for the king Anga. And so what they thought is they came to the palace, and with the permission of his mother, they churned the leg of Vena, the dead body of Vena. When the rishis churned the leg of Vena, a dwarf like a person, he came out, and he had coppery hair, that red eyes, very cruel, very short dwarf, very small hands and legs. And when he appeared, he asked the rishis, "What should I do? What is my command?" And the rishis said, "Nishidi, sit down." They said, "Nishida, sit down," and he was called Nishada. And later he became the progenitor of the forest tribe that that dwarf person, he resembles all the sins of Vena, and his descendants later were said, or they were the uncivilized tribe of the forest. So from Vena's leg, they churned a dwarf person, and he became the head of the, or the progenitor of the uncivilized forest tribe. And the rishis were not satisfied with it, so they churned his arms. From when they churned the arms, from that came a man and a woman. And that male Rupa, he is the partial incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu, and that female Rupa is the incarnation of Devi Lakshmi. Because wherever Bhagavan Vishnu goes, Lakshmi will be there. So they churned his both the arms and appeared one male and female, and that male was called as Prithu, and the female as Archi, and they both married, and the rishis gave the power of rulership to Prithu. So during the coronation ceremony, all the devas, the apsaras, the gandharvas, all the celestial beings, they came to attend that, or see that coronation, because it is the incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu. And King Prithu, seeing them, he said, I have not even taken the charge, I have not even set to rule. Now, why are you appreciating me like this? Why did you come? Because you have not seen my nature, my values, anything. I have just appeared and I have taken the charge, that's all. And for that, the many celestial singers came to praise King Prithu by their hymns. So he addressed them only, why did you come? If you do not see me, my rulership, or if you do not see my action, and before that, if you praise me, then your words will be wasted, is it not? And for that, the celestial singer said, we know about your nature from the rishis, because they only churned you from the dead body of Vena. So we know about you. And they said, येष धर्मभृतां श्रेष्ठो लोकं धर्मनुवर्तयन् गोप्ता च धर्मसेतूनां शास्ता तत्परिपन्थिनाम्. You are the noble king, and you are the noblest among all the upholders of dharma. That Bhagavan himself, he has taken this form, and he will follow dharma. That is, this king will follow dharma, and he will punish whoever transgress the dharma. So he was such a noble king. The celestial kings singers said, they also said, Vasu kale upadatte kale chayam vimunchati sama sarveshu bhudeshu pratapan surya vadviboho. He is just like the sun, because the sun takes the water and it gives back as a rain. So just like that, he collects taxes from all the subjects, and he gives it back as social reforms, which that is the great problem of today's governance, isn't it? They collect taxes, but they do not give back. They just collect taxes, and no one knows where it goes. Sometimes it is wasted, and sometimes no one is aware where it goes. They are not giving it back. If they give it back as a social reforms, then all will be interested to pay the taxes voluntarily. Now they have to fix the time, impose the law, impose the rules, then only they can collect the taxes. So if the king gives back the money which he has collected once as social reforms or anything good for the people, then no one will hesitate to pay taxes. King Prithu did like that. He collected the taxes and he gave back that to the same people as social reforms. And that the celestial singers, knowing that advanced from the rishi, they praised him like that. Tidikshatyakramam vainya uparyakramataamapi bhudanam karunam shashvathartanam kshiti vrittaman. This king has immense sympathy for everyone. He has forbearance like the earth. capable of pardoning even the enemies. He is the partial Amsha Avatara of Sri Hari, and he will protect the subjects against all odds of the nature, protect them from the enemies. No one can overpower him. He will not punish an innocent person. At the same time, he will not fail to punish also. He will not fail to punish a criminal also, a person who is an ill doer. Didavratah. He is very firm. Satya Santo Brahmanyo. He is very truthful. Truthful to Vedas and the people who follow the Vedas. Vriddha Sevakaha. He do service to the elderly people by his reforms, or he himself will step out to take care of the elders. Sharanya Sarvabhudanam. He gives refuge to all whoever approach him. Manado Dina Vatsalaha. And he respects all the people who are weak, benevolent. And he respects his other's wife as a great being. That is, he gives respect to others' wife. At the same time, he very much love and devote his life itself for his own wife. He is like a father to the subjects, and the enemies are frightened by him. He to the enlightened person he do service, and to all beings he is just like the self. He is very much attached to Archie, his wife, and these are all his very good qualities. I am to Sakshat Bhagavan Strahadishaha. He is that Sakshat Bhagavan who is greater or who surpassed the three worlds or the three gunas or the three Vedas. Kudastha. He is stable and changeable. Atma Kalaya Kalayavadirnaha. He is that Atma Swarupa Kalayavatirnaha. He is the Amsha Avatara of Bhagavan. Kalaya, but is Hamsa Avatara of Bhagavan. Sakshat Avatirnaha. He has manifested himself as this Prithu Maharaj that they all said, and they all praised him. So he is the supreme being, partial incarnation, as he has partially taken incarnation as this Prithu, and he in him ignorant people only see difference. That is, senseless people only see difference. That he is the king and all that. All others see him as their Atma itself. And the celestial singers, they praised this great king, and after praising him, they all went to their own place. They all praised King Prithu in different ways. The celestial singers, they were so happy praising King Prithu, and the rishis were also happy. Whoever present there were also happy. So they just praised King Prithu like this. So what did King Prithu do after that? We will see in my next upload. Om Shri Narayana Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.